Thanks for watching This Morning this Friday. On Sunday, we will hear from Prince Harry and Meghan Markle as they open up to Oprah about why they left royal life.
Millions are going to watch this rare look into really a tightly restricted family. So the fascination with the royals, especially America's fascination with the royals, is a curious question to examine.
It is, especially when you're talking about the British royals, because they're actually monarchies all over the country, right?
We won the war, so we didn't have to deal with these people.
So, and that's part of, I talked with a professor of English literature over at the U, and he said that's kind of part of this too. It's like, we rejected that, so now we're looking at it kind of like, okay, here's why we rejected it. This is not what we want. So that sort of that common shared history, because if you think about it, like, we don't know the King of Sweden or of Denmark. I mean, I'm just looking up some of these monarchs here right now. I don't know any of them, but I could sure tell you Queen Elizabeth, her husband, her kids, her grandkids, her great-grandkids, right? And like details about all of their lives.
Who's your favorite of Queen Elizabeth's kids of the four?
Of her kids?
Right. Anne. It's Princess Anne.
It has to be, right?
Or is it Andrew? Is it Edward? Is it Charles? I mean,
no.
Those are not the favorites. But I think this goes back, right? Who can forget June 2nd, 1953, the televised crowning of Queen Elizabeth. Like that started our modern, but the fact it was televised let us all kind of get a piece of this magic.
And the weddings. I mean, all Diana's wedding.
What was your favorite wedding then?
Oh,
Charles and Diana?
I love them all. I love all three of the weddings.
Fergie, were you a Fergie fan?
Fergie's great
Fergie?
too. I mean,
a lot of people forget about Fergie, which I think is unfair.
I'm not kind of diss on anybody here because there's a lot of dissing going on right now. It can get kind of ugly. I mean, it's interesting how this has all changed over the past week too. As we hear more and more about what Prince Harry and what Meghan Markle are opening up to about Oprah.
I mean, you know that part of the appeal is the reality TV aspect of this, right? The fact that there has to be drama. You know that Kate Middleton and Meghan Markle probably like pretend to like each other, but they don't. And you know that like William and Kate think that George, Charlotte, and Louis are cuter than Archie, right? I mean, no?
But here's the thing, like,
they're
one of us. Not cuter than Archie.
You don't think they judge?
Does it normalize, like, okay, everybody's family's got their drama.
No one has drama like this.
Or are they just so, so not even people to us that this is for us, like, we love the glitz and the glamour and we love the distraction from our own lives.
What do you think? Which do you think?
I think it's the second. I think it's the latter.
Yeah,
and then you have the media coverage that's constantly feeding into it. So it kind of creates this cycle.
I love it. I love it. I'll be watching Oprah. Oprah is our royalty, I think. She is my queen.
I mean, there's nobody better to do this one, right?
The teasers on this thing, amazing. So Oprah with Meghan and Harry, 2-hour special starts at 7 on Sunday here on CCO.
And Gail keeps saying it's the best interview Oprah's ever done.
How about that?
Oof, even more so. Okay, moving on, I guess, if we have to.
I can talk more about my favorite royals if you want. A popular retailer is predicting a post-pandemic sales boom.
The CEO of The Gap thinks that people are going to be looking to refresh their wardrobes when social activities start to resume again, perhaps when people head back to the office.
Is it because no one fits in their pants anymore?
No, it's
everyone's just wearing sweatpants. And so you're going to need to redo your wardrobe.
Gap owns Athleta, and so they have just gone like 30%, it increased there because people are buying sweatpants and joggers and yoga pants and all of that.
And that move was happening already before this, right? This more casual attire. What do you think, Riley? Are you going to look to refresh things, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely haven't really bought any new clothes for a while. I mean, I guess you would say I'm the typical when I go home in the sweats, that sort of thing. And yes, some of the clothes fit a little smaller. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, I think I will. I mean, you know, once we get going and stuff and going out again, I'd like to go out and buy a few things. Won't go crazy. I'm pretty conservative with my money on the way of clothes. But I definitely will splurge at least a little bit.
What do you think, Heather? I mean, I know my wife has not really bought the kind of, you know, the dresses to go out.
You haven't been having these events.
Right, we haven't been doing anything.
Right.
Are you going to refresh?
Am I going to refresh? maybe. I mean, here's the thing, is like, for sure, we haven't been going to these events, but you know, Jason and Riley, we have been continuing to go into the office. Like, we have a very unique situation here where we still have to wear the same clothes that we have been wearing. But one thing for me is that the stores, like, I haven't really been going into the stores all that much, and clothes are kind of different as in terms of that move into digital. It'll be interesting to see like how much move into digital we will do, or do people really want to go in, touch the stuff, feel it, see what it fits, and do they miss doing that? Maybe there's going to be this sort of stampede towards the stores as they fully open up, and people will just want to have that shopping experience. I don't know.
Well, for example, a good point there. I mean, it's kind of hard for me because I'm taller, and sometimes I'll wear a large, sometimes I'll wear a medium. My arms are a little bit longer, so so for me, if I order something online, sometimes I'm like, it's too boxy, it doesn't fit right. So I do like to go into the stores and actually try stuff on quickly. Not one that spends hours in there, but I will, just to make sure it fits how I want it to.
Jason, I also wonder too about, we've talked about trends that may continue after the pandemic is over. The people may be working from home more, but will this casualization continue? Is they've gotten kind of used to being comfy, and maybe the kinds of clothes that they're buying, they'll be professional, but maybe they'll be a little bit different than what we had seen before the pandemic.
I think so, without a doubt. We are moving this way anyway. We're moving away from the necktie and the suit and moving into more casual attire. And I think maybe you'll see more mixing of materials, right? Where you'll see jeans that are made out of like a stretchy kind of sweatpant type material. Some of this stuff where you'll see tailored sweatpants where
they're already starting to
see those anyway. Yeah, I think those will be more common.
Yeah, didn't Gen Z tell us to throw out all our skinny jeans anyway?
That's right. Well, I'm curious what will happen with fashion. Like, so will we get the fashion that should have been presented over this year? Will we just skip 2020? Right, I don't know. I think it'll be interesting.
Yeah. It will be kind of fun.
Well, whatever fashion you're wearing this weekend, Riley, it's going to get wet.